We're in to the next pod. Anyway, welcome back. Episode 60 of Triple Threat Talk. My name is Connor Ryan.
Jonah Newberger, and LeBron James is a Sixer.
LeBron James is a Philadelphia 76er. Wow. Never in my life would I have thought I'd be uttering those words. But we are. We're in a new reality. Shout out the guy on Twitter that had that account back from 2018 where he said, will LeBron James ever be a Sixer? Nope, it's over, because I think he's ended up signing like a 1-year deal with the Cavs again, and then ultimately, or no, went to the Lakers. That's when he went to the Lakers. And then he deactivated the account, came back with the tenant meme of John Washington kind of breathing again, and now has 1 million likes on Twitter. Speaking of going viral, I went viral on Twitter this weekend, but we'll talk about that in just a little bit. Anyway, welcome back. Big episode for everybody today. Episode 60. Pretty crazy. We're already back to a whole number of 60, but we are here. We are so close to football season. NBA season is a couple months away, but we are so close. Opening practices, or open to the public practices, have begun in the NFL, and we got some news to take care of. But before we begin, please like and subscribe. Follow along the journey down below. All the socials are going to be down there. We are going to start posting more. Obviously, I post a ton on Twitter, but TikTok will be our next focal point because we want to get this shit rolling. And I'm excited. But we have to talk about the thing that is hanging over everybody's head, and that is LeBron James to the 76ers. Jonah, where were you when the news broke?
I was actually sitting right here, and you texted me. You broke the news to me.
Let's go.
You just said Braun to Philly. I was like, you're joking. And then I opened up ESPN, and then Shams was like, God damn it.
Yeah.
I was I was mad about it for an hour. And then I realized LeBron's 41. We're good.
Mad indeed.
I was pissed, dude.
Do you mind if I bring up the text real quick?
Let me go read them, but probably I don't really care.
Okay. So
where was it?
Friday at 11:36 a.m. I'm not going to start yet, just so I get your confirmation, just because there's the first text specifically. I obviously won't say the full thing, but I do want to say the initials, because
wait, where did
top tier reaction?
Wait, when did it happen? On Thursday?
Friday at 11:36 a.m.
Friday. Where did you text it?
You texted me, "Go Cubs, go! Make sure to wear your PCA jersey today."
Which is funny because you ended up hitting the
but he was gross.
Game-winning home run.
And we'll talk about that in a little bit, about my trip to Pittsburgh. But then
you can say
okay.
Funny text.
So I text at 11:36 on Friday. I say Braun to Philly. First reaction from Jonah.
Well, not
KMS.
even I texted you immediately.
KMS. Which, if you can't read between the lines, just look it up. I'm not trying to get demonetized. I understand we're not making money on this page, but whatever. KMS, 2 years, $8 million. Boston could have done that. WTF? And I reply in all caps because I knew the energy you were bringing. I was like, let me counter this. Oh. I said in all caps, he didn't want to go to Boston, Jonah. He didn't want to go there. You reply with "fuck off."
It's dude, come on. I understand.
I understand. Of course, they should have done it, but he said no. And you said, "Thank you, Brad, you fucking idiot. Fire Brad as soon as possible. Literally fire his ass now."
That's because my context is he just basically built the Sixers a super team. Because LeBron wasn't considering going there until Jaylen Brown went. Thanks, Brad.
Completely fair. And then I send a Bill Simmons quote. If I was a Bulls fan, I would have no sperm left in my body. I would lose my mind. Bill Simmons talking about Caleb Wilson. I said, this is the craziest quote ever. And you said, I don't even give a shit about that, Connor.
Yeah, I said,
nah, I'm furious, bro. F LeBron, F Brad, F the Sixers. Brad is single-handedly handed them a championship. And then I came in with the settling take of, can't wait to text you next year when Philly doesn't win it all. And then I got the text from you saying, and then when you said, I can't wait till JB has lingering hamstring issues, I said, okay, he's back down to earth. We're good.
That was so funny.
And that isn't, and now hold on. I want to preface, and I'll go into my tweets over the weekend and everything.
But it was
a second. That wasn't you getting at JB specifically. It was it's a Sixers thing. You could have said anybody. It just happened to be JB on your mind.
I said LeBron has. I just said I can't wait for. and then be hurt every other month for some random reason. And then it's at Nixon 4 with a funny meme.
Jordan Walsh will destroy LeBron. Robinson dogged Embiid in the playoffs.
I did say that.
And then basically the PP over Maxey, Tatum over Brown. Like and then after that, I was like, all right, we're good.
It took like 40 minutes, and I was back. I was like, we're good.
But I will get, like, of course, it's a completely fair reaction to have, because then
I was back down to earth. I said, let's not forget LeBron is 41.
Correct, exactly. That's when I knew. I was like, oh, okay, we're back on the same side. Good. It was like we're back to be co-hosts. Oh my God, my jaw's hurt already. Oh my God. It was just so funny. Cause like on paper, obviously, and I'll get into the tweet in just a second. On paper, of course, it's a scary ass lineup. Like this is a 2K generated either fantasy draft lineup or forced trades lineup, or how the fuck did franchise mode calculate this shit lineup? But it's a good lineup. Like there's Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Jaylen Brown, LeBron James, Joel Embiid. 5 incredibly talented players, all on the same team, whatever. But it was a factor of like...
KCP.
And KCP. Don't talk about Dick Reddy KCP in front of me right now. Okay. Did you see the clip of how he found out he got bought out and he was signing with the Sixers?
Was he on the golf course?
Yeah, he was.
Like, yeah.
Jealous. Anyway, but...
So he's old now.
He is. Like, he's old.
How many rings does he have? 2?
2. Nuggets 23
and Lakers 2020.
Yeah, bubble. No, I like great move, obviously, for the Sixers. Like, who wouldn't want to add probably the best playmaker since Magic? Really? Like,
it sucks.
Yeah, go ahead. Because it's the Sixers. We're going to be seeing them 4 times a year. It's the factor of,
at least every one of those games will be prime time. Hopefully a Saturday night.
True. Like it's a pure factor of, hey, the person that we sit here and say is arguably probably the greatest basketball player, or at least the best basketball player of all time. I will get into
best overall.
Correct. Thank you. That's exactly the wording I should have said. Best overall basketball. Like, if you had to create a franchise from the beginning, 1-1, I would probably take LeBron James as my pick. He's going to be playing for the team that I could not despise more. Here's the thing.
Them in New York. Actually, I don't even really mind New York.
New York, I was literally about to say New York. Like, you could say New York.
I don't like the fans.
There's just this subsection of fans that are complete idiots and losers that I'm like, go F yourself. I literally had a 20-minute conversation with a guy wearing a Cat Finals shirt. Like, not a jersey, but like one of those jersey shirts at the Pirates game. We had a great time. He went to Villanova. Like, good guy. And he was like, hey,
he's wearing a Cat jersey, man.
He's like, I'm going to come out on the forefront and say this. I'm not the biggest Tatum guy. And I was like, that's fine. Like, and I was like, do you think he's good at basketball? And he's like, yes. And I was like, okay, I don't care. I was like, I'm not the biggest Cat fan because he plays for New York, but like, I think he's a good basketball player, of course. But there is no fan base I fucking hate more than Philly. There's none whatsoever. And it's not even close. It's not. Yeah, I've rambled enough. You go ahead.
No, I mean, it does suck. Obviously, we both don't like Philly, but it's also you're thinking about them, say, okay, they have 4 guys who are all like ball dominant players.
Oh, ball dominant.
Like, Maxey needs his own. Like, if Maxey's the point guard, like if he's playing off ball, what is he gonna do? He can't defend.
I will say, I think Maxey is the most flexible of the 4, in the regard that not so much, like, obviously his playmaking ability is very good, but his shooting ability, like, if he gets hot, he's one of the better flamethrowers in terms of a smaller-esque guard. Like, him and Brunson, I'd say, are like the 2 small guards in the NBA, and low-key Pritchard when he's hot.
I was about to say that, yeah.
That if they are on...
Jamal Murray.
Yeah, exactly. It's like those 4, and you could maybe throw...
Tyler Hero.
Yeah, and Tyler Hero would probably be like the 5th, and like that's a stretch.
LaMelo.
Even. Yeah, okay, that's a better one. LaMelo, Pritchard, Murray, Maxey, and
what about like Ant?
I was gonna say Ant, but I feel like he plays off ball anyway, and LaMelo will be the primary creator for that offense anyway. But Ant. Okay, no, scratch everything I just said. Ant this year and Maxey this year are going to be essentially the same player. Smaller S guard, but I feel like Ant's obviously just a better defender and like a little bit taller. But Maxey can kind of like...
will still be like... I still think Ant's option 1.
Of course, no, 1,000%. He's option
Yeah.
one, but he's gonna not have to worry about playmaking as much.
Mm-hmm.
I just think with like with the slashing ability for Maxey and also the ability to like kind of just run the DHOs and just like kind of just float at times, he's going to be more willing to kind of like fall back and be willing to like just take more catch and shoot opportunities and everything like that. But Braun, Embiid, and Brown, and obviously got a lot of love for Jaylen Brown, but it is a factor of like
Those guys
Braun
need
is
the
at his
ball.
best when he has the ball in his hands. Joel Embiid is at his best when he has the ball in his hands. He isn't in off space or out
He's
or
not
a
moving
in
around,
space.
setting off ball
Exactly.
screens. Yeah, it's
Exactly. Like he can, but it's just going to lead to a pick and pop.
yeah, and then Brown's the same way. I mean, Brown needs the ball in his hands. Like, so it'll be interesting. I don't think it's going to work.
Like I think it will. I think it'll be good.
If I'm
But
playing 2K, 82-0.
of course. But
I'm
like
playing 82 actual regular season NBA games.
That's where I have questions.
5 seed.
It's fair. I think they're going to end up in the 3 to 5 spot.
I'm going to say 5 right. I'm going to say 5 right now.
The East
Is
is
hot?
just
Is that
awesome.
a hot take?
No, I don't think that's ridiculous. I don't think it's high. I would say is like if 7.
What if I said 6 seed?
No,
Think about it. Boston,
I mean,
New York,
I was just about to say how good the East is this year. Toronto.
I mean, I'm just saying those are just at least the 3 off the bat. Then you're thinking about last year's good teams: Cleveland, Toronto, Detroit.
Yep.
So I'm already the 6th there. Indy's coming back,
of course. Orlando.
Miami.
Well, you already said Miami.
Did I say Miami? Okay, yeah. Orlando. They were hit or miss depending on the week.
But they got the influx of injuries and as well dealt with Paolo being terrible during the regular season. And we saw how good he can be, obviously, in the playoffs, and he showed out and everything. It is crazy that it is like the East is the question now of who is going to come out of the East.
Yeah.
Because it's like Detroit is just going to be as good. Boston's going to be just as good, just in a completely different style. New York is not going to let their change get snatched that easily. Cleveland, as much as we want to shit on them, I think might probably be like the team that didn't regress, I guess, the most, just because they didn't really do anything, and that we've kind of seen the limits of their team. And then you had Philly, Toronto getting way better with Kawhi in replacing of Brandon Ingram. That's the best plus you could move since DeMar being traded for Kawhi. Obviously, a completely different Kawhi, but you get my point. Indy getting better with a fresh Tyrese Haliburton who had the full year to recover and isn't going to be like worried about like taking time off or anything. Atlanta being solid.
Yeah, Atlanta.
So
Miami with Giannis.
I didn't even say yet. Like, and so
Orlando was still decent.
Exactly.
They took Detroit to 6 last year in the first round? 7 in the first round.
And it was close in 7. So and they were up 3-1. They literally let up a 3-1 comeback. So I'm excited. I'm very excited.
What about Brooklyn? Never mind.
I'm excited. It's going to be a good year. I mean this in the kindest way to Brooklyn. Brooklyn is like
PJ.
Brown are like the
Wizards actually kind of nice.
Dude, I like the Wizards a lot.
I like the Wizards right now.
If AD can stay healthy, Trae Young, it's a good team. They have good defense with Keyshawn George and Bilal Coulibaly. Like, good players. DeAndre Ayton, Chicago, Caleb Wilson and Matas Buzelis. Like,
it's just like Milwaukee and Brooklyn who are like the team.
It is. I had to see the most bullshit thing on Twitter today.
Do you think those are the 2 worst teams?
In the East?
Yeah.
You can make an argument if the threes aren't falling, you can make an argument for Charlotte, but other than that.
I forgot about Charlotte. Maybe those 3, yeah.
I would say it's those 3, which is tough because like we were literally looking at Charlotte as like the best second half team last year, but it is what it is. I saw Brandon Jennings tweeted, I think Milwaukee will be a playoff team this year. What are you smoking?
That couldn't be more wrong.
What are you smoking? And how potent is it? Because no. They just I get it. I understand he rocks with Milwaukee because he was drafted by them. Of course. I'm not going to get at somebody for doing that. But what I will get at is for lunacy. And that's lunacy. So yeah. Twitter was a war fest all weekend. It was essentially like it was either you're somebody who is saying like you're either a Sixers fan who is saying like that they're gonna easily win it all, or you're just a normal fan who is like they're not gonna win it all, or you're just somebody in the middle that was like, God damn, this is a really fucking good team now. So it is what it is. If you don't know, we went kind of viral on Twitter.
I forgot what your tweet was.
So somebody had posted the 2K rankings, like from this past,
Right,
from
right,
this
right.
current
Yeah,
2K of basically what the 76ers ranking or like 2K rankings are at this current time. And essentially it says, wait, hold on. Oh my God, I ratioed him. He had 3K likes. I have 3.6. What are you going to do? Somebody tweeted, this team isn't even fair, LMAO. And it was Jaylen Brown at a 95 overall, Tyrese Maxey at a 93, LeBron and Embiid at 92, VJ Edgecombe at an 83, Anthony Simons at an 80 overall. And I quote tweeted it by saying, 2K ratings to evaluate a team always makes me laugh. And I thought it was just going to get to like the usual 1, maybe 3 likes that I usually get. Brother, it's at 3.6 thousand.
let's fucking go.
3,600 likes, 88,000 views, and
88,000 is crazy, dude. Let's
correct.
go.
For reference, I have 600 more likes than the original post, and the original post has 3 times more views than mine. So, yeah, I got motion,
Wow.
twin. I got motion.
Dude, that's gonna help. Like, I mean, if you
I got
even
some
see the post
non-bot.
after that,
We got a lot of non-bot followers onto the.
But it's like
Twitter.
now you're up to 1,000 views averaging like the last couple tweets almost. I mean, not all, but like
Big deal.
1.7. But that's like
That's
we're getting up there. We're
I'm
getting
stoked.
up. We're
So,
getting.
but I do think like obviously they're going to be a good team. It's just the factor of the 2 primary questions that, and I brought this up with you. Who's going to be their consistent 3-point shooting? And don't tell me Dean Wade. Dean Wade is not a consistent 3-point shooter. Anthony Simons is streaky as hell, and VJ Edgecombe is streaky as hell. And what is their defense going to look like? Because if Joel Embiid gets into foul
2-3
trouble,
zone.
sure, just let Missoula run rampant with 3 balls. That's fine with me.
Could you imagine?
Oh my God!
When we have Steph Curry,
please,
dude,
please.
if that happens,
I understand we'd have to give up Paul George, which would like not be like
we had to give up Paul George. Oh my God, I'm so sad.
Officer. Anyway,
we have to give up Paul George. That's the worst thing ever.
I think there is like a little bit of a waiting period that we have to do essentially. Like he has to be on the team for like 60 days before the trade could happen. Essentially, like I don't know the exact bylaws and everything, but 60 days gets us to September. So
could you imagine?
Let's make it happen.
Could you imagine?
I saw a mock today, and I was kind of all in on.
Yeah, was it Pritchard?
Steph in a second for Paul George, Pritchard, and then 2028 Celtics first and the 2031 Philly first.
I'd throw in another first. Fuck it. I don't care.
Sure. You can have 29 if you want it. I don't know if they can trade. I don't know if they can trade 29. I think the only whatever. No, if
we got Steph Curry.
I mean, if we got Steph next year, I'd be down. Give me Steph for 2-3 years with prime Tatum. Sure. Absolutely. Run it.
Because then in 2028, you're basically 2029, you're just rebuilding the whole team. Because everyone's on these like 2-3 year deals.
Yeah, because then you're also just waiting for the Clippers to disintegrate, and then you're like, all right, sweet, we get like the top. We don't want to disintegrate too badly. We just want to do okay, just not make the playoffs. So yeah, I'd be fine with that. But yeah, East is going to be awesome this year. So fucking mad he's going to Philly. I do think it raises a lot of questions. Like and obviously this is like the most. You could counter it instantly with so many other points and everything. Is LeBron a journeyman? I would say closer yes than no because of the factors of this. And somebody brought it like, I understand obviously there's a lot of like old, like Charles Barkley said something about it and a lot of people had something to say, but it is the factor of this. And I understand a lot of it is like wherever he goes, he helps certify them as considered like contenders. I get that, but like,
at the same time, he's going to a place that's already established and or going with people like he did in Miami.
Exactly. Miami, he joined Dwayne Wade and Bosh because Bosh literally said, I'm going to go to Miami. Then he goes back to Cleveland to join Kyrie and a trade to trade Andrew Wiggins / the number 1 pick for Kevin Love.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to LA knowing the free agency or the move that was going to happen for Anthony Davis, essentially. And now he literally said, if it wasn't for Jaylen Brown being on this team, I wouldn't have even considered Philly. So it is what it is. So he's 41. We're about to be 42 in December. I don't care what he does at this point. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
I'm going to just, and this is to anybody who is deep enough into my Twitter usage and who listens to the pod, I'm just going to defend the points I was trying to make with the Celtics things and everything like that. A lot of people on Twitter were basically stating Celtics gifted him a championship, yada, yada, yada. That I don't agree with. Obviously, you have to play 82 games of basketball in the regular season and then play at least 16 games in the playoffs and everything. But a lot of people came out on Twitter to basically show that they hate the Celtics and they want Jaylen Brown to succeed now because he isn't on the Celtics. But it was more specifically me getting at the people who were basically trying to say, like, no, Jaylen deserved better. Like, I'm going to ride with Jaylen till I die. Like, screw the Celtics. I was like, okay. So two things that come from this. Number one, it's a business. This isn't charity. The Celtics, after Jaylen Brown kind of lost them Game 7 against Miami in 2023 in the Eastern Conference Finals, and I understand that Tatum rolled his ankle, and that I'm well aware that sucks, of course, because if he doesn't roll his ankle, we possibly have the chance to be the first ever team in NBA history come back from 3-0 and yada, yada, yada. You get the whole... The MFer had nearly double-digit turnovers and literally was getting crucified for not having a left hand. What did we do? We said, no, not a problem. Supermax contract. Here you go. That is the biggest case of that isn't charity ever. Also, there were so many, he did not show up in the 2022 playoffs majority of the times until the finals. And I get it. Tatum did not play that great against Andrew Wiggins. I'm not gonna sit here and say like he did, because he didn't. He shot the ball terribly. The bright lights got to him and everything like that, and the turnovers came. But Jaylen Brown was the reason that the Celtics did not move on in 2023. He had more games with under 20 points and around with 45% less true shooting or worse. He had more games in that series than better. As well, he doesn't wear green anymore. He does not wear green and white and will never, and at least for the next 4 or 5 years, will not have the name Boston across his chest or Celtics across his chest. Of course I'm going to treat him like he's the fucking enemy, because he is. That's like somebody being like, well, like, they were on your team in dodgeball. Like, are you still friends? Like, yeah, but they're my friend. That's dodgeball. Like, if they're on the other team, I don't care if it's the hottest girl in school or if it's the 300-pound overweight kid. And I'm only saying that from perspective as somebody who was 300 pounds and overweight. I don't care if it's the fat kid who's sitting in the corner. They're on the other team. I'm gonna bust their ass. I don't care if they're my best friend in school. If they aren't on my team, who the hell cares? You can't say you are a team fan and then say this person left. Why do I care? Because that literally means you're not a fan of the team. You're a fan of the player. So it is what it is. Also, did you see the Jason Tatum thing that got blown out of proportion for the media and everything like that?
Of course.
First off, his whole point was trying to, which for those of you who aren't aware, Jason Tatum, being the great guy that he is, hosts a bunch of basketball camps. He was in the city of Chicago with a Jordan event, and he basically said like what it takes to be a leader. And he said one of the things that you shouldn't do is always be the smartest person in the room. Now, who in the last couple of months has said something similar in regards to being the smartest person in the room? It's Jaylen Brown, obviously. We're well aware of that. Was it a shot? No. Do you, sure, it might have been a slight blemish, but it wasn't like him going out of his way to be like, oh, like I played with this guy number 7. Like, oh, he always thought he was the smartest. No. He was talking to the kids, basically saying, don't be a narcissist. Learn. Be willing to accept knowledge from others because they have a different perspective than you. And then as well, they have different insight. They have ability to help teach you and everything like that. So yeah, I get it. Like I understand how it could be misconveyed or construed in a different way. But no, you're right. But it just wasn't.
I went up Instagram and it was a golf highlight.
Valid. But it just wasn't. Was that Paige Sporanic talking about the Internet Invitational?
No, just when if you make the putt, you have to get the putter. It was
Gotcha.
something stupid.
That's fair.
My bad.
No, you're fine. Literally, it doesn't matter.
I had my volume up because we were jamming out to Olivia Dean.
That
pre-show.
is true. We'll talk about your Olivia Dean concert in just a little second. But I don't think it should be that big of a deal. Obviously, are there people that's going to make it a big deal? Of course. But do I like Jaylen Brown? Of course. Like, if I ever meet him in real life, I'm going to tell him like how thankful I am for what he did to the city of Boston and yada yada yada. But it's a factor of he does not play for the Celtics anymore, and I am a Celtics fan. As much as it pained me, I was not the happiest camper, of course, when Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett got traded. But do you know what I did the first time I saw him when they weren't wearing a Celtics jersey? Boo! Kevin Garnett is my favorite player of all time, him and Tatum. So whatever. People are going to be speculators. The media is going to do whatever they want. I just know the Celtics are going to be more than okay next year. And I haven't been this excited to watch fall/winter sports, aka football and basketball season, in a long time. So
since 2018.
I mean, I was obviously
let me throw this out for you.
For both, yes.
Or going into it, we had fall sports, Red Sox World Series, check. I think that was Brady last Super Bowl with New England.
It was the season that led to it, yeah, because it was
check.
Because it was right before the. Yeah, it exactly was.
And then I think was it the same season that was
Kyrie
it was definitely
and Gordon Hayward.
Kyrie, Gordon Hayward, Tatum, Horford,
Brown, yeah,
Marcus Morris.
Smart. Yeah.
I was actually at the third game of the season that year against Orlando because it was the same. It was like
that the first home game?
What? It was like maybe the second or third, but it was like
because
the fourth
obviously
or fifth
they had
game of
the
the
Cleveland
season.
Game,
and then maybe it was the year before Hayward got there. I don't remember, but I know the Red Sox were in the World Series or whatever, and it was like in between games, and Mookie Betts was sitting courtside.
That's sick.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited. I'm excited for Tatum option 1 hoops. Obviously, it sucks about Brown, but like, you got to move on. It is what it is. Like, people and Boston media is gonna be Boston media. Who cares? Just find your people and stick with it. That's all that really matters. Before I get into my Pittsburgh talk, Jonah, how was Olivia Dean last night?
Dude, best night of my life.
It looked sick.
It was incredible.
Was that at Ball?
Yeah,
Thank
Nuggets
God.
Arena.
Of course it was. Because she deserves every person that was there.
She could have done the Broncos Stadium, honestly.
1,000%.
Easily. 1,000%. And the first time that stadium was sold out in a while. Anyways.
Got it. I'll talk about that. Actually, I'll talk about that. So.
But yeah, dude, it was so good. She was an amazing live performer.
I
had
love
a whole
her.
live band.
She's
like saxophone,
so
piano, trumpet.
She's like a full mini orchestra, essentially.
Literally, she like two like.
Yeah, because it was like drummer in the middle. People. She had two backup singers, and then she had the 3 guys that were on the far left that were just step touching to.
There's
it's
like
so
a drummer,
easy.
Yeah, and then they also had. There was a saxophone, I think.
Saxophone, trumpet, probably trombone.
What's the one that go? Yeah, trombone. They had
keyboard, obviously, everything like that. She, from the clips that you sent me, so good. It looks awesome.
She had one part where one of the guys was on a ukulele. Did I say that right? Yeah. It was really just nice. And then she also had like acoustic guitar. It was great.
Because of you seeing that concert, it made me think of a topic for the pod that we'll do probably at a later date, obviously, because I don't want to make you stress about this question right now. What are 5 albums you want for the rest of your life? And like, you only would be able to listen to those 5. Because I think you and I obviously would have such different lists, because I've been listening to a ton of 70s music as of late, like 70s like jazz rock or like soft rock, yacht rock. And then I'd say you're more of like the rap fan out of the two of us. Like, obviously I have plenty of rap, but like,
I feel like I've, in a way though, and I've just seen this as like my personal music taste. I've started don't get me wrong, I still like rap, hip hop, but I feel like I've veered away from that quite a bit.
Just
like I remember, like even when I was in high school, like I was like, oh my god, I was listening to like Lil Baby and Gunna. Like I can't remember the last time I listened to a Gunna song.
I like that's a perfect example of like what I was essentially like getting at, because it's like I remember in high school I remember one of my best friends from boarding school, Weston, also guy who lives in the town over from me. He was like, dude, Lil Baby and Gunna song album's hard. And I think it was Drip Too Hard too.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And
I remember that
every
in high
time he
school.
said that, I said, are you talking about two different people when you say that? Or are you talking about one? Like, I
Yeah.
can't tell if, like, who's Little Baby and Gunna? Are they the same? Like, is it a duo thing or are they individual artists who just happen to collab on an album?
Yeah.
No, I get it. Like, there are some very good songs of theirs. Like, it was the same thing where it's like Roddy Ricch in the Box. Like, that was like, everybody was like, especially in high school, is like, because that was like right around COVID and everything, but it is what it is. So that will be a conversation for a different day.
Yeah.
I think I already know my 1-1 pick, but
I feel like even just like my artist right now, like I've geared away from like, yes, I'll still love Drake just because he's so versatile.
Give me your top 3 artists right now.
Right this second?
Like, or 3 that you've been like really listening to a lot lately.
Olivia Dean.
Yep.
Drake, obviously. Yep. And I think it would be a toss-up between...
I'll let you 4 just so you can get both
playlist.
of those.
I'm looking at my playlist. LMA.
Classic.
Just because I went to her concert last week too.
Of course.
And then I guess here it's like a toss-up between Kanye, just because like I still like his old stuff. Chance, Leroy, and Tate McRae are probably like my toss-ups like right now. Post Malone, don't get me wrong. I can't forget Post Malone. But like I feel like I veered away from just like the hardcore rap. Like I'm like, I don't really listen to like Future. I don't really listen to
Young Thug.
Yeah, like I used to like love all that when I was like AAU basketball days. And I'm just like I feel like I've veered away from that and gone
but that
more
was
like
something
chiller.
you needed. But that was more so I needed something to hype me up than it was to be like, oh, I want to listen to this.
Yeah. So. Now I feel like I'm getting more into like I don't want to say like my creative bag, but like, dude, Harry Styles, Olivia Dean, Billie Eilish, Tate McRae, LMA. I've been kind of getting in my Tyler the Creator bag as of late. I know that's kind of rap, but he always is kind of like, he's always creative with his sounds.
You messing with my goat like that?
No, not in a bad way.
No, I mean this only in the positive way possible. I love it. I love Tyler.
Yeah. So it's like that. I'm trying to think. Obviously, Post Malone. I love my Central C. I just love my artists that always do like a little like slower like R&B type. Not
but
super
can
like,
pick it up a little bit, honestly.
Yeah. Like that's if fair. I ever listen to Kendrick, it's always like the chiller songs. As much as I love Drake, I did find myself. I came back to Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers the other day, and the specific song, I was like, I vibe with the song. There's a couple. Die Hard.
Of course.
What was the other one? Father Time. And
that's the one with the FAMSA? I can't remember his name. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Samsa,
yeah.
Samfa.
And what was the other
Rich
one?
Spirit?
Rich Spirit is good, but there's one that was I think it was this one. Yeah, Die Hard is probably the main one. Die Hard, Father Time. I mean, Rich Spirit is good, but probably those two. Mainly. I like this is fine.
Completely fair.
But they're like more chiller. But dude, I've this is like completely off topic of sports, but I've really dug back to my 2021 music. I've been listening to Bino Rideau and Blast.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, dude,
I like Blast a lot.
So I'll send you some songs. I was like really vibe. I was like, ooh, these songs.
You're a Spotify guy, right?
Love Spotify.
Okay. That's what I thought. We'll get a jam going just so like we can bounce each other's music off of each other.
Why not?
In real time and
Let's
everything.
Do it.
So yeah.
So Olivia Dean was great.
Yep.
I felt like on top of the world, especially at the end. I was like, this is what Jared McCain feels like 24/7.
Exactly. Like I know we were joking about it like earlier. It was like as much as like we joke about like how awesome it is to be Jared McCain, it actually is. Like
it would be amazing.
That is such a low cortisol lifestyle. It's awesome. Like, hey,
he's happy 24/7. Like everyone
happy 24/7. Just an overall great dude. Good looking.
Yeah, it's like
just who cares? Like a
good vibe, good style,
who care
good music.
Lifestyle. Exactly.
So shout out Jared McCain.
Shout out McCain. Shout out Jared. What a guy. Shout out JT.
Let's get him on the podcast.
Please, Jared. Come on down. Anyway. Over the weekend, I was in Pittsburgh, watched a couple Pirates and Cubs games. Obviously, you
Cubs
were,
go.
of course.
I called it.
They won both that I went to, and then the Pirates almost blew the game that I didn't go to. They did win, but PNC Park, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome experience. Got to see some BP, got early access to BP, got to go on the field a little bit.
Oh,
I'll send you those pictures in a little bit. I knew the draw to PNC was the factor of the skyline in right field.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're sitting there and the sun and it's sunset and it's hitting off those buildings and oh my God. It was incredible.
It's great.
Awesome. Yeah. First off, Pittsburgh as a city, incredibly underrated. I thought it was going to be much more industrial, much more like new age industrial, where it's like a lot of skyscrapers, because that's all you really see from the backdrop. It is such a cool layout. First off, shout out Pennsylvania in general. Awesome state. Did you know Oakmont Country Club is 20 minutes? Agreed. Do you know Oakmont Country Club is 15 minutes away from downtown Pittsburgh?
Hell yeah.
Had no idea. And I literally saw it when we were driving. I was like, oh, Oakmont. That'd be pretty funny if it was Oakmont Country. Literally, didn't even correlate in my brain. I was like, that'd be. And then I literally looked it up. I was like, oh, it's right there.
It's right there. That's crazy.
Two rivers that literally connect perfectly to meet the corner of the city. Acrisure Stadium, also previously known as Heinz Field, and PNC Park are quite literally walking distance from one another.
So you saw the Steelers Stadium?
Literally,
that's cool.
A long drive could be hit from one to the other. It is literally in viewing distance. The overall city, awesome. The Heinz Museum, very cool. Showed like the history of Pittsburgh and like some of the more like famous people of the city. They had a Mr. Rogers exhibit. They had like a whole Steelers exhibit. That was super cool. But PNC Park, blown away. By far and away, like my favorite modern stadium I've been to. And now, albeit I haven't been to a ton, but like still, like been more than to a handful.
Baseball?
1,000%, yeah. Like,
could you name all the stadiums you've been to?
Fenway, PNC,
that's it.
Coors,
Coors
AT&T Park when it was AT&T Park, but whatever the Giants one is.
That's not Petco.
That's
in San Diego.
The one in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Wrigley. Loved Wrigley.
Wrigley's
but like
cool.
Here's the thing. I put Wrigley and Fenway in its own tier just because of it being the classic stadiums and like the history and everything. But PNC would probably be number 3.
Over San Francisco?
Over San Francisco.
Wow.
The layout of the stadium was so fluid. There's not a bad seat in that ballpark.
Mm-hmm.
What they said was, hey, we're just going to backload everything. Like, it's super well built from the backside where it's like you don't have a ton of coverage like hanging over you when you're behind home plate, and it runs really far and like pretty shallowly deep.
Mm-hmm.
Super easy to get in and out of. Like, easy access. Like, quite literally. Also, shout out Pittsburgh for not being fucking ridiculously expensive. Like, you've obviously been to Boston and are aware of the price gouging that they're able to do in Boston. Quite literally, and I don't know if I have an exact picture of where it was, from the door in which we left, which was where like basically like the stair set that led right down to the exit that we went out to / the elevator because of my dad's knee and everything, to the distance that we parked our car at both nights. Guess how far?
75 yards.
100 feet.
Okay.
$40 parking.
Wow.
That's not bad. Because if you got 75 or if you got 100-foot parking at Fenway, $100.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not trying to hyperbolize about that. That's like kind of me being serious. Like, really good parking. And also, shout out Big Mike for being the legend that he is. We got there early enough on the first game on Friday that like no issues because we were going in early for BP and we got there really early. We got there like an hour 20 before the next game, like before the game on Saturday. By the way, got to watch Paul Skeens pitch, which an electric athlete. So good.
PCA that's the game they lost 11-0.
I don't want to talk about that. Beyond the
I just want to say.
But he like it was very much all him, and then the wheels just fell off as soon as he was taken out. And then PCA hit the homer and it was like, that's a wrap. which, by the way,
That's how
I'll talk about that in a second as well. He's probably playing the best baseball out of anybody in the
I just love how I was like, make sure you wear your PCA jersey tonight, and then he hits game-winning home run or something.
The Cubs fans were in full effect. It was
they travel
like
well.
they showed out and traveled well, especially to that Saturday game. But I have to say, with the experience of everything, just awesome time. But yeah, like the parking thing, we literally turned into like we knew what lot we were going to, and we literally get there. And we met the guy. His name's Jim. We were talking about how he used to be cash only, and now he does card and everything like that. And it's like he was like, it was probably my dad was like, oh, it probably had a better system when it was cash. He's like, yeah, I had 150s, I had a 20s pocket, I had a 10s pocket on my back right. It was an awesome system. I knew that if you needed change, I knew exactly where to go. I was like, I never thought about it like that. We pull in. There's a literal sign blocking the entrance saying lot full. My dad says, don't even worry. Goes right up to Jim and goes, hey, Jim, I understand. I know it says lot full. He's like, oh, hey, guys. Like, he's like, yeah, we talk cash. He's like, could you just get us in? Like, please. He's like, I got you guys. Walks us over, removes a cone, and walks away. And we're like, Jim, legend. Also, shout out to John. I didn't get his last name, but John, one of the park attendants at PNC Park, about a 7-year-old guy. And my dad, like, making conversation. He's like, yeah, I was in the Air Force in Sacramento. Like, that's where I was like, kind of was at right out of high school and everything. Like, I graduated high school, but graduated on the Air Force base in Sacramento. And we were like, oh, like, how many years been doing this? He's like, I'm actually a rookie because this is his retirement job. First off, fantastic idea. Are you kidding me? Of course. Like, that's the dream. He's like, I've watched more Pirates baseball this year than I have in my entire life.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I believe you. Of course. And it was just so awesome. Awesome guy to talk to, was in the game the whole time. It was just chatting up my dad and I, because we had these seats, but we got there so early that we just sat in like you know how like they have the handicap section where it's like you can kind of just pull up chairs and like the wheelchairs and everything. Using my dad's knee, like in his cane, like we were all good. And so he's like, you guys just stay there. Like, I don't think anybody's going to be coming. Like they said it was going to be quiet in this section tonight. And I was like, fantastic. Just an awesome time. So shout out John, shout out Jim.
Hell yeah. What a good time.
A great time. I highly recommend PNC Park to anybody who can go. If you're a baseball stadium fan, go. Like it was an awesome time. Got a shirt, got a Pittsburgh Pirates shirt. I sent you a picture of that. I know obviously you wanted the Cubs to win, but it's a cool shirt. Their whole gimmick is raise the cone, which Fanatics essentially created at the beginning of I'll explain. The Fanatics basically said, like, basically we're like trying to come up with like this gimmick thing, and they basically were like, what the fuck is raise the cone? And then they embraced it. So people were literally walking around the stadium with cone hats on.
Hell yeah.
And so and 47, like the hat brand, has and I'm gonna get it. It's a black Pittsburgh Pirates hat with the P logo on it, with a cone right behind it. It's awesome.
Dude, that's cool.
I'm gonna send the link to you. And dude, it's a clean looking hat. It's like embroidered in and everything. I need to buy that hat. But that being said, shout out Pittsburgh, awesome city, has all the respect in the world. Also, way more foresty beyond it than you would ever imagine. And as well, you wouldn't
more inland.
Exactly. You wouldn't expect it. You're like about to get to the city until you actually hit the city. Like it's like,
dude, that's kind of how Cincinnati is. Have you ever been to Cincy?
Yes, it's exactly what it is. Boston and New York, I feel like, are such like, when you're like, exactly, you see it, but also it's like you feel the entrance of it.
You can feel
it's like it kind of like
everything.
It's like a slow build of everything, and you feel it getting closer and tighter. Pittsburgh just runs up on you like that, but it's like boom. It's awesome. It's awesome.
That's
super
cool.
maneuverable. Awesome city. Awesome.
Hell yeah.
So, all right, enough about Pittsburgh. Great trip. Shout
out
to Mike.
With Pittsburgh being said and the Steelers,
NFL
we got some teams to eliminate.
We do. If you weren't here for last week's episode, Jonah and I are coming up with the team that we will support that is just chosen by random. And we're going to cover this team pretty in-depthly. We're going to go through and be like, keep track of like how they do with like just following their team and everything. Obviously, if you know us, Jonah's very Bears heavy. I'm obviously Patriots heavy, and I'm not trying to take that away from Jonah as well. You're obviously a Patriots fan as well, but
As
shout
I'm
out
wearing
Caleb
an A's
Williams,
hat.
of course. Hey, that's
Just
a
love
tough hat.
sports, man. It's a good, dude. Spring training.
That's a great hat.
Yeah.
Shout out Catches League.
I know,
But
dude. My goal. Is it too late to get into baseball? I know we're kind of still on the baseball.
No.
I need to really start. We're getting to like September, October, like playoff baseball. That's when I'll really lock in.
Playoff baseball is electric, and I know you know that, but
I usually lock in a baseball around playoffs.
Good.
So
you just gotta throw it on. You just gotta get just let the nuance be the nuance.
I just don't know everywhere to watch it. Like I feel like it's never on.
Because do you want to know why? Because MLB TV sucks. That's why. Because all the blackouts and everything. Like you could be like whenever I go to Iowa to visit family, I understand that's a crazy statement to say. Whenever I go to Iowa to visit family, there's the Royals are blocked out, the Twins are blocked out, both Chicagos are blocked out. You can't watch the Pirates. You can't watch anybody locally because of the blackouts.
So, thank God the Rockies are a blackout.
Yeah,
I don't want to watch them anyways.
Exactly. So
thank God.
But
yes, NFL.
Last week we eliminated 8 teams out of 32 possible teams. We'll obviously have a team by the time.
Want me to run through the teams that we have? I have it from division. So starting with the AFC.
I have the 8 teams that have been eliminated. Do you want me to just say those?
I mean, if you want to say the 8 teams that have been eliminated, that's fine. I have them pulled up. I have the same wheel.
Bills, Jets.
Yep.
Steelers, Browns, Colts,
yep.
Chargers.
Yep.
Eagles, Cowboys are the 8 teams that have been eliminated as of last week.
Yep. Nothing from the NFC North, nothing from the NFC
Nothing
South.
from the NFC except the 2 NFC East teams. And then at least
we have at least one team for every division.
AFC division. And then the East and North have 2 teams.
And then, all right.
So
should we just get right into it with this first spin?
Let's get right into it. We'll have 8 more teams that we will remove. And then we're going to figure out some Premier League teams as well, and then we'll kind of just talk about whatever else we want to talk about for the rest of the pod. But Jonah, spin that wheel.
All right. Spinning. With our first team we are getting rid of to Carolina Panthers.
Okay. An NFC South team.
I love it.
Gone. Eliminated. Shout out Bryce Young. Young future for the Panthers. But I'm okay with it.
McMillan.
Tetaro McMillan. Arizona product.
Yeah, go Cats. Next spin.
Shout out Bryce James.
Team number 2 we are eliminating is the Houston Texans.
Okay. Strong defense.
Who's their quarterback these days? CJ
Stroud.
Right. And then they just got David Montgomery.
Hair. CJ Stroud. No more full dreads, just kind of more like the mini fro. Shout out David Montgomery
that is an interesting team. I know we're not. I mean, we'll talk about them obviously a little bit, but Montgomery, CJ, Tank Dell.
Tank Dell's back. Nico Collins obviously is very good. Nico
Collins. It's an interesting team.
It's just the factor of we know their defense is going to be elite. Can the offense?
I kind of like their logo, dude.
I love their logo.
I'm looking at their logo right now. I'm like,
their color rush is so smooth. The all reds.
I love the all reds with the red helmets.
Reed Blankenship, new Houston Texan as of this year. So I like it a lot. I like the Texans. It's the question of can the offense live up to the level of the defense? I'm not saying that they need to be at that same level, but can they be more consistent and everything like that to get past teams like the Patriots, like they couldn't obviously last year. So
yep. Next team spinning. Let's give us a team we don't want to root for. That team is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Okay. Vita Vea reportedly wants out of Tampa and wants a trade.
Go to the Patriots.
Somebody tweeted and said, "We gave you Tom, we gave you Rob, pay us back.
Pay us back. We gave you a Super Bowl."
Exactly.
No more Tampa. Baker? You think Baker will be good this year?
I love Baker. I think he'll be solid.
Their color rush. I don't even know. It's not even the color rush. They're throwbacks.
They're creamsicles. The creamsicles are butter. That's a top. That's a top 3 jersey. We'll do a jersey draft. We'll do a jersey draft.
We'll do a jersey draft.
We'll do an NFL jersey draft
coming up.
Well, respectively, we might just do a jersey episode, and we'll do NFL
Should we make our
and
top?
NBA.
Yeah, combined,
Because no.
separate.
Separate.
Okay, I
Because
like that.
there are too many good jerseys from both that I can't just choose.
Yeah, if you think about like City Edition and alternates, home and aways, yeah.
The
All right,
throwbacks,
respect.
exactly.
We'll go top 10 each. That will be coming up in later episodes. But until then, the Creamsicles, we will not be talking about you too much unless they wear them, of course. Next spin. Hopefully, I'm hoping for Packers here. What do you think?
I think it's going to be Cardinals.
We will not be talking about the. I'm actually kind of disappointed about this team. We wanted to talk about this team. 9.
No Vikings talk. No primary Vikings talk. We'll talk about 9 every week. Who am I kidding?
We'll still talk about 9.
I do think that is an interesting situation with the will Kyler start, because like we saw like early mini camp stuff where it was like the 2 kids in the classroom and JJ being a effing idiot with the comparison to that.
Yeah,
because Kyler is clearly the better product. It's more so, do they want to go with the developmental route? Do they trust JJ enough and everything like that? I think they start Kyler, but
good defense.
We'll keep our eye on 9. Don't worry.
We'll keep our eye on 9.
So that is 4 teams so far.
4 teams, 4 to go. This next team we will not be talking about is the Tennessee Titans.
Okay. Carnell Tate, new addition, primary addition. Cam Ward, obviously, hoping for a better year. Robert Saleh, new head coach.
Mm-hmm.
Defense is okay. Jeffrey Simmons, obviously, still anchoring that defense, but I just don't think it will be the Titans' year, obviously. It should be interesting to see.
Yeah. So that's 5 gone, 3 to go. The next team we won't be covering is Kansas City Chiefs.
Fine by me. I'll with the Chiefs being brought up, I'll bring up this point right now. So I think we've unfortunately answered the question of who's the better athlete, NBA players or NFL players, because NFL players are treating a torn ACL as if it was an ankle sprain. Micah Parsons is not on the do not participate list. He's fully active, apparently. Patrick Mahomes is apparently fully active and going to be ready for week 1.
Have you seen the rumors or the little speculations around that they faked his ACL injury? That they were having such a bad season that they shut him down for the year. Because he got injured in like what? Week 14, week 15?
It was like I think it was like 12, 13 area. Yeah, it was like
still, that's like
I think it was like
quick.
Early December, late November.
Have you not seen this? Like, he's like, how are you already back from an ACL? It seems, one, way too quick. 2, I'm like, they were saying like they were having such a bad season. Why not just fake an injury, just shut the season down, get a better draft pick, and restart for next year?
I don't obviously think that, but that is interesting. But here's I guess the one thing I would say to counter. Daniel Jones is reportedly fully all the way back and active. 1, I would not consider Daniel Jones nearly the level of athlete that Patrick Mahomes or Micah Parsons is, and I think you would agree with me on that. And 2, we're in a playoff hunt position and in a spot to hopefully, proceed to maybe get a playoff spot. But that is an interesting concept because, wow.
Ponder on it for a little bit.
I will ponder, and I'll have an answer for you next spot.
Sounds good. 2 teams left to eliminate.
So far, Panthers, Bucks, Vikings, Chiefs, Texans, Titans. Yep, those are 6.
Seattle Seahawks. We won't be covering. Thank God.
I know we'll be talking about them plenty because I think they're still going to be really good, but not a primary team.
No. I'm really hoping we just get like a random team here. That's just like whatever. I think the only team I want to get rid of here is the Packers and like the Broncos, and I don't really care who's left.
Yeah,
I'm kind of hoping we get the Rams too. I think the Rams would be fun to cover this year.
Oh yeah, I think they're. I'll say I think they're
last team. Not hot take at
not all. Hot at all. That's the most cold take I've said in a long time.
Bye Atlanta.
Damn.
We will not be talking about Michael Penix.
That's fine.
Bijan and the
Drake London.
Highest paid wide receiver
Drake London.
What should be the number 1 overall fantasy pick this year? Kyle Pitts. That's our 8.
Bijan there.
No.
That's our 8.
All right.
Just to recap for everybody, if you somehow were listening: Titans, Texans, Vikings, Falcons, Panthers, Bucks, Seahawks, and the Chiefs.
Yep. Love it.
Crazy to
Till
think
next
that
week.
we went from no teams in the NFC were crossed off, other than the two teams in the NFC East, to now almost an entire division being removed with the
Wait,
NFC
which
South.
division did we get? Wow. Except for the
Falcons,
Saints.
Panthers,
That's
and
crazy.
So
Love it. Our strongest divisions left are it's basically just, we got one with 3, which is the NFC North and the NFC West are our 2 strongest. And then we got a couple with 2.
And then the entire AFC is at max 2, except for the South, which only has 1.
The South in both divisions, both conferences have 1.
Yeah.
Jags
both
and
Souths.
Saints. Fun.
Wow.
Well, until next week. This is fun.
Jonah, before we do anything else, we have another wheel to spin 5 times.
Dude, I love spinning wheels. It's truly just the best part of my week. Not actually, but it is fun.
Can you give us the rundown of the 10 teams that remain?
The 10 teams that remain are Bournemouth, Brentford, Crystal Palace, Fulham, Hull City, Leeds, Liverpool, Man City, Man U, and Nottingham Forest.
Okay. Jonah, spin the wheel.
You will not be a Hull City fan.
Let's go.
They did have some clean kits that came out not too long ago, but
don't care. I want to win.
Fair enough. All right. Hull is out of there. Next team, you are not. This would have been a fun one for you. Fulham. No Fulham.
Just to confirm, Fulham is Fulham, not double L.
Correct.
Or it doesn't really matter anymore.
Next team you are not rooting for, Leeds.
Okay. Shout out Mini Minter, but not this year.
Wow, so we're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 teams. I swear to God, if you get Man United,
7 teams.
We're restarting this whole thing.
No. I can't get you. No. Man United was off in the original 5.
What do you mean? Was it?
Yeah. Ipswich,
sure?
Spurs, Coventry City, Chelsea, and United were in the first 5.
Sorry, I misread that. That says Newcastle. My bad.
United.
Bad.
I know you saw the United.
I saw United under Man City. I was like, oh,
all good.
Man United. Okay. No, I'm actually happy with whatever team you get left. All right, 2 more. Getting rid of 2 more. You are not. Oh, I really wanted you to be a fan of this team. Brentford. Brentford's cool. The teams you have left: Bournemouth, Palace, Liverpool, City, United, and Forest. I'm honestly kind of hoping you get Liverpool.
I wouldn't hate that. Tough that Mo Salah is left, but
dude, they'll be good.
I know.
The last team you will not be rooting for is Crystal Palace.
Okay.
We are down to our final 5.
And we'll have an answer next week.
Do you want to make it? Because I'll give you some time to do some research on the team.
100%. Because I'm gonna need something to do for an 8-hour flight to Vancouver.
For sure, you're gonna know that team front and back.
I'm gonna have a jersey by the time I get back.
Hell yeah!
I don't know about.
So the teams we're down to:
I will
Bournemouth,
have the names. Okay.
Liverpool.
Okay.
Man City.
Okay.
Funny enough, I swear I haven't been cheating. Newcastle United and Nottingham Forest.
I'm fine with any of those teams.
I think I'd be happy for you to be any of those except for Nottingham Forest, just because they're
That's
they
fair.
Could get relegated.
That's why
they just sold their best player to Man City.
I was gonna say low key.
I'm hoping you get Liverpool.
I kind of don't want Man City just because I want
for sure
the difference between you and I. But as well, I agree that Newcastle, Liverpool, and then what's the third one? Bournemouth. I'd be more than okay with any of those 3.
Yeah.
So, all right. Yeah. Well, we'll figure that out next week. So that's fine.
Hell yeah.
So yeah.
Did you want to run through? I know we were already over an hour.
I don't care.
Do you want to go through? Actually, I have 2 things for you. First, actually, no, I just got one thing for you today. I actually had the Sunday Night Football graphic up.
Let's do this.
But I can't seem to find it.
So it's essentially every projected Sunday Night Football game as of right, or expected Sunday Night Football game as of right now, barring any of flex or anything like that.
Yep. Let me see. I just search up. It will probably give me the graphic. Yep, here we go. All
I
right.
know, like week 17 and 18, I know probably isn't
So
decided yet.
week 17, there's a Saturday and a Sunday game,
Oh, okay.
and then week 18 is also to be determined.
Got you. But we have 1 through 17 essentially.
Yeah. So first week, they technically have 2 because one's a Wednesday.
So okay,
it's Sunday Night Football Wednesday edition.
We won't consider the Wednesday one because we already talked about Patriots, Seahawks, and we'll obviously have full coverage of that.
We'll just go to the real week.
Just for my own clarification, this isn't so much. This is just determining if we expect this. Like, is this a good matchup? To be a good game?
Yeah, it's just like yes or no. It's like I think this will be good. Or I'm like I could care less.
Okay, fair.
Week 1, Cowboys at Giants. I love it.
I like it. I don't love it. Here's why. I obviously division rivals that will always play better in New York. Okay, fair. But
Jackson Dart.
Here's
LeBron
my
will probably
one
be there.
thing I would say. Do you remember the last time this matchup happened in New York, Sunday Night Football, opening week of the season? I'll spoil it right now. 30-0, I think, was the final score, Cowboys. And Daniel Jones was
but last year, didn't they play on a Monday or a Thursday or a Sunday, and Jackson Dart smacked them? That might have been against the Eagles. My bad.
I think that was against the Eagles.
It was against the Eagles. Odell's having 2 tutties.
It first off was against the Eagles. It was Monday or Thursday Night Football because I was in DC visiting Peter when that happened. But the funny part about their first game, kind of towards the beginning of the year, was also awesome because that was the one that Russell Wilson had the deep ball to Neighbors to end the game that we thought was the ender, but then Pickens went crazy on the other end.
That was such a good game.
That was an awesome game. So this actually, I take that back. Going to be a really good game.
Love it. Week 2, Colts at Chiefs. I don't care.
No, not that good. Obviously, like it is a storyline. The 2 quarterbacks who came off of ACLs and everything. Anyway, but no, like not high leverage yet. Not really. There aren't rivals. Is it in Indy?
In Kansas City.
Why is it the last 2 times they played, it's been in Kansas City? Whatever. Don't care.
Also, just so you know, Kansas City, even though Mahomes has been coming off of ACL, we don't know how he's improved. Kansas City's on Sunday Night Football 3 times this year.
Wow.
I think that's the most.
Probably is.
If I'm looking at the schedule, I think that is the most. I see the Patriots have 2. We'll get there. Cowboys have 2. Packers have 2. Steelers have 2. But we'll get there. Week 3, Rams at Broncos. I kind of love this.
I like that game a lot.
I kind of want to go.
Yeah, you should.
I might try.
If you can get a good, cheaper ticket, I would go. Because it won't be bad weather in Denver.
No, dude, we won't ever have bad weather. It was 100 degrees again here today.
I understand. I know Denver won't ever have bad weather. Here's the thing. When I really didn't believe it, but then I saw it and I was like, all right, no, they weren't lying. When the whole 300 days of sunshine thing was put onto me, I was like, what are you talking about? That doesn't make sense. And then every day it was perfect.
3 times last winter.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was 80 degrees in February. The high today was 92.
And you guys have Culver's fuck.
Our 10-day forecast 92, 90, 90, 92, 94, 91, 96, 101, 87, 90.
I don't think we have a day this week above 83, which I'm not getting mad at, but it's all rainy the rest of this week.
Dude, I wish we had rain. We don't get anything. But yeah, that'll be a
great game.
I think that'll be a fun one.
The
Rams are going to be at Mile High.
At Mile High, awesome environment. I mean, altitude is always going to be a fun factor when it comes to the game. You have the projected best team probably against the projected best defense in the NFL, or one of the best defenses in the NFL. I mean, I think I'm kind of excited to see where Bo Nix can kind of go with the steps that he has with the offense and everything. So I think it'll be good.
Mm-hmm. Week 4, Detroit's heading down south to Carolina.
Entertaining, yes. Do I care enough? Obviously, I'm going to watch it.
I'll watch it.
Obviously,
of course, it's not football.
But I'm not going to be like, this game, man. This game.
Yeah.
It won't be. Week 4, you said?
Yeah.
Quite instantly, not even the best game of the schedule with Patriots going to the Bills.
Yeah, I'm saying that should have been. We said that. We said that last.
We did say that last.
I forgot about that. Yep. Week 5, Baltimore headed down to Atlanta.
Only just with the factor, I think it's the exact same situation as that Panthers and and Lions game. Watching, of course, but I don't care enough to like. I think there's going to be a better game. 1 and 2, regardless of who, like it will be entertaining because it will be like the Ravens refined defense with Jesse Minter trying to stop Bijan versus Kevin Stefanski now and trying to stop Lamar again.
They fucked up with the schedule here.
And it is what it is. They cover their ass with Christmas and Thanksgiving, so it's fine.
Week 5, we have Bears at Packers at Lambeau.
Next.
Bears at Packers at Lambeau.
Yeah,
I don't even want to say there. We also have Niners at Seahawks and Broncos at Chargers.
All 3 of those are better.
I mean, they could have, and then there's Browns at Jets, but whatever.
That might be worst game of the century.
Dude, how do you not have Bears Packers on a primetime? Yes, it is the primetime afternoon game, which is fun. But
this means it's the Tom Brady game.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
All right, shit.
I actually love that.
Game of the week for America.
Yeah, America's game of the week. But still, I mean, and then that week is Bills Rams on Monday night.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Next week we'll go through Monday night games and then Thursday night games. Week 6. Now they're getting their act together. We have, is that week 6? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, week 6. Cowboys at Green Bay.
Great game.
They couldn't put Green Bay on there. I mean, they could have, but whatever. I'm kind of just curious what else is on week 6. I'm just going to look at some notable matchups real quick. See if there's anything that stands out. Chargers Chiefs. This is definitely easily the best game of the week. Cowboys Packers.
Yeah.
Love it. Week 7. Chiefs at Seahawks.
Great game.
This has potential to be a really good week of football.
Yeah.
Can I give you some
obviously and everything?
Yeah, if everyone's healthy. Thursday night is Pats at Bears.
Oh yeah.
Then we got just some fun matchups. We got Colts Vikings, Bucks Panthers, Bengals Ravens, Broncos at Cardinals. Afternoon primetime game, Packers Lions. Night game, Chiefs Seahawks. Monday night, Cowboys Eagles.
That's awesome.
It's a good week. Good week of football.
Really good week.
Yeah, I like this one. Week 8, Eagles at Washington. So
if the 2 quarterbacks stay healthy, then yeah, it's a great game. But if not,
they also cooked. They cooked again with this week. Kind of ish. Well, now that I'm looking at it, I don't know. Ravens Bills is in a 1 p.m. game.
It's a really good game.
Vikings Lions is a 1 p.m. game. Chargers Rams, that's a fun one. 2 p.m. game. Chiefs at Broncos, probably the afternoon game. Patriots Dolphins afternoon game. And then I got Bears Seahawks on Monday night. But we'll get into more of the Monday nights and other ones. But overall, I liked it. Washington's a fun one. I loved it.
Good matchup.
Week 9, Bucks at Bears. Baker headed up to the north, to the Windy City.
Very good matchup, but I don't think I'm going to, I'm not dying for that matchup.
Okay, fair enough.
Good.
I am.
I'll give a thumbs up.
Okay.
Good matchup.
Okay.
But
fair enough.
Out of some of the matchups you give me, it's not like my 1-1 matchup. Or not I would say it's because what? That's week 8 you said?
That's week 9.
I feel more comfortable maybe putting it right at the middle. I'd say that's probably the 5th to 6th best matchup I've heard so far.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. Week 10, Steelers at Bengals, inter-division rivals.
As much as I just said the last thing I just said, I don't think that game will be as good as... I think it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
But again, that is barring a lot of health, a.k.a. Joe Burrow. Is he going to be healthy?
That is true.
And hopefully he is, obviously.
Okay, week 11. I'm confused how they're doing this. So they have a Sunday night football in Mexico City. Vikings Niners. Cool city, not the best matchup. Because I guess the Vikings defense against McCaffrey, Evans, if everyone's healthy, then I could see it.
Then it's just you kind of have an okay Niners defense against an okay to kind of solid. If Nine's playing, I'm there. Fine matchup. It's a fine matchup. Fine to closer. It's right here. That matchup is right here.
Right in the middle.
Right in the middle to lower half.
Week 12, there's 2 because it's Thanksgiving, but they still claim it as Sunday night football.
Because the Thursday night, the nightcap for Thursday will
be... The night game on Thanksgiving is, might be the best day of the year.
We talked about this briefly. What's that Thursday night game again, though?
The Thursday night game is Chiefs-Bills.
Awesome game.
Dude, imagine Thanksgiving, you're stuffed, you're watching football, and then you hear that Sunday Night Football theme song, and
when
you're
I hear
like,
Mike
Chiefs,
Tirico's
Bills.
voice, when my belly is full and my belt is unbuckled,
God, I can't
it's
wait.
wraps. It's wraps.
It's wraps. Then the other Sunday Night Football game is Pats at Chargers.
Awesome game.
Awesome game. Thanksgiving week 13, Texans at Steelers. Who's their quarterback? Who is their quarterback?
Rodgers.
Mason Rudolph. He's still with the Steelers? I thought he
signed like a 1-year deal. He signed like a 1-year, $20 million deal. I think this is it.
Sucks.
Him and McCarthy, dude.
Yeah.
Him and McCarthy.
Yeah. Maybe the Packers are, or the Packers. Maybe the Steelers are like 11-2, 11-1 going into this game.
Patriots level schedule or something? Jeez Louise.
I'm kidding. Week 14, they cooked Bills at Packers.
That's a really good game. I will say this:
like
if the Steelers are somehow 11-2, then shit, I'm sad for that fucking game. But Bills Packers, really good game.
Bills at
especially
Packers in
at
Lambeau, week 14. Week
awesome.
14. So that's
because that very much is volatile for snow.
Yeah,
and those are two teams that
early
love
December
the snow.
Early December 13th.
I can work with that.
Week 15. We're staying with the NFC North. Lions at Vikings.
Great game.
Love it. Week 16, Jags at Cowboys. Probably the most interesting matchup of them all.
I don't
Battle
remember.
of the Kickers.
Yeah. Oh my God. I don't remember the last time I saw this matchup. It's been a long time.
4 years.
Minimum. I know, obviously, I know they circulate, obviously, every 4 years and everything.
Yeah, I can't remember,
there are certain matchups that I just feel You
just feel like you see.
Somebody said this perfectly. There is no more there's no more 4:25, 4 o'clock game than Cardinals versus Broncos.
Oh, yeah.
And all you can think about is, here's the 60 minutes, except on the West Coast, and yada, yada, yada. It's the most classic, going to be a little bit of a blowout because of the Cardinals and everything. It's probably going to be.
Broncos win 40-10.
Exactly. But then you're like, oh, 60 minutes, except on the West Coast. And you're like, what do you mean except on the West Coast? What?
60 minutes except on the West.
So
funny.
But no, Jags, Cowboys, good game. That'd be a good game.
Then week 17 is a Saturday night and a Sunday night to be determined.
Okay.
Week 17, Eagles at Niners.
Good game.
Could get, and then obviously week 18 would be flexed. Usually that's always a good one. I think last year, wasn't it? What was the game last year? It was
Ravens, Steelers?
That's right.
To determine who won the North.
That was a good game. Yeah, that was a good game.
Because of the missed kick.
Yep.
That was crazy.
That was a great game.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm hyped for NFL.
I'm really excited for NFL.
Come back next week with Monday night or Thursday night? Monday night. We'll do
both.
Monday night. We'll do both.
Depending on if we have a lot to talk about, we'll do both.
Yeah.
But minimum, we'll do Monday.
Okay.
Sweet.
Sounds good. We'll have your Premier League team picked out. Can't wait.
Any NBA stuff that comes up, we'll obviously talk about that. But
hopefully Steph Curry praying.
But until then, we appreciate you listening to this episode 60 of Triple Threat Talk. Be sure to check out the Instagram, TikTok, YouTube page, Twitter. Follow the socials. They're all down below. All the usernames are right there. I don't have the ability to hyperlink. Why? Because I don't care. But you can look it up yourself. My name is Connor Ryan.
Jonah Newberger.
We appreciate you listening to another episode of Triple Threat Talk. But until next week, peace out.